The idea that success takes time is the biggest lie you have ever believed. The idea that your life has to crawl forward in a straight line, present into future, step by step, is absurd. We're all trained to believe that good things take time. I used to tell myself in 6 months, after enough practice, I will finally feel confident. And I never questioned it, because everyone says it. We're taught that it's supposed to be slow, which means the idea of success coming fast actually makes you feel guilty, like you didn't earn it. You tell yourself, I'll be happy when I retire, like joy only unlocks after 40 years of waiting. You say, love comes when the time is right, as if the calendar decides when you're worthy of connection. That's the trap of linear time, and we don't even question it. We just accept the straight line from present to future, always postponing the life we want until later. It's conditioning, and it keeps us stuck. That's when I realized maybe the problem isn't me, maybe the whole story of time itself is broken. And the deeper I dug, the more I saw that linear time is an illusion. And so I killed it. Metaphorically, sure, but also in practice. I killed a story that said, who I want to be is always down the road. I stopped waiting for permission from the calendar, and I decided it had to be right now. I killed the belief that who I want only exists in the future. This idea of time being a straight line, past, present, future, is broken. So let's actually break this down with a few examples. First of all, Einstein showed that time isn't absolute, it bends. If you fly near the speed of light or sit next to a black hole, time slows down. It slows down for you compared to someone on Earth. That means that there is no single universal clock ticking for all of us. Time is flexible and time is relative. So number one, even physics admits that time isn't one straight arrow. It depends on where you are and how fast you are moving. Number two, the quantum level, particles don't sit in one place. They exist in probabilities, multiple outcomes at once until they are observed. So the moment you observe them, you collapse those possibilities into reality. Some experiments also suggest future measurements can influence past states. So that flips the arrow of time completely on its head. This means that your future can echo your past. Time isn't just forward, it is entangled in all directions. And number three, neuroscience. This is memory versus imagination. Your brain uses the same exact neural circuits to remember the past and imagine the future. In fact, it cannot tell the difference between imagined moment and one that you actually live. That's why a painful memory feels so real again when you recall it. And that's why vivid visualization of your future can feel like it already happened. Inside your head, past and future are literally the same process. So Einstein bent time. Quantum physics shattered it, and neuroscience blurs it. So why do we live like it's a straight line? My favorite podcast of all time is called Founders by David Senra. And this is a guy who reads biographies and autobiographies of history's greatest entrepreneurs. And then he condenses them into 1-hour talks. I've listened to 399 episodes. Basically 400 plus hours in the heads of the greatest builders in history. And the number one pattern across every single one of them, they became before they were. So Jeff Bezos acted like Amazon would be the biggest company in the world when it was just a dusty online bookstore. Elon Musk called himself Rocket Man when SpaceX was still blowing up on the launch pad. Kanye declared he was the greatest before he had a Grammy. It's not just them, it's all of them. I'll just give you a few more examples so you can see the pattern here. Walt Disney walked through the empty lands of Anaheim, California, describing the rides as if Disneyland was already built. David Ogilvy wrote manifestos about being the best ad agency in the world before he had the clients to back it up. Steve Jobs pushed his team with what they called a reality distortion field. He was forcing them to act as though the iPhone already existed, and their job was just to catch up. Linear time says, go step by step, go A to Z, climb the ladder, wait your turn. But these people did not waste energy on the how. They got absolute clarity on the what, and the how was forced to catch up. And that's the key. Clarity collapses time. So the question is, how do you collapse time? You can't just know this. You need a vehicle to live it. So I've been obsessed with this for the past few months, and this is why I built the double entry journal. It is a scalpel to kill linear time. So let me break down exactly how it works so you can use it for yourself. And by the way, any journal works. Like I'm using this normal journal, but anything works. Here's how time works. Hopefully we have a graphic here to show you. So you have you journaling about the things that you want to do today. Maybe you even dare to write about the things that you would like one day, like how much money you want to have, how confident you want to feel, what other countries you'd like to visit, so on and so forth. And then on the other hand of the arrow is future you. The future you is not in the present. It is a hope, something that could potentially happen, something that you pray for. It feels distant, fake, and imaginary. I'm sure you've tried that. It worked, kinda, not really. So here's the redesign. I call this the architected time. So as you can see on this graph, you don't sit in the present and beg for the future. You collapse the gap. You position yourself between the present and the future, right here in the middle. You pull the future into today. You embody it now. And when I say embody, I mean in your body. You have to feel it, live it, wire it in. So first it's a thought, and then you have to feel it inside your body. So the tool is the double entry journal. Think of it as an engineered weapon to kill linear time, and it works in 4 sections. So here's the system. The journal works in 2 directions. You have front to back and then back to front, okay? We're gonna fill in 2 pages from the start, 2 pages from the end. The goal is to go here and the other one goes here. And the idea is that eventually these 2 meet in the middle. And by the time you meet the middle, your life will look so different that the people around you will think that you have sold your soul. Just to clarify, let's say your journal has 100 pages. Day 1, you would work on pages 1 and 2, and then 199. Day 2 would be pages 3 and 4, and then 98 and 97. All right, step 1. This is the architect page. So this is gonna be on the left side of the first page you're writing. This is where you start. So imagine a day in the future. This could be a week, a month, a year, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you think about that day. And I want you to write 4 things down. What, when, where, numbers, and feelings. So what happened to you? Did you get your first 100,000 subscribers on YouTube? Did you reach your income goal of $50,000 a month? Write it down. Then we have when, where. So what date is this? Maybe you're in your dream villa in Bali. Describe the scene as vividly as possible. Is it sunrise? Is there a slight breeze moving through the white translucent drapes? And some of the breeze is hitting your cheeks as you open your eyes. You smell the coffee roasting that is being prepared by your maid. What do you see as you get up and you stretch? Who's in the bed still sleeping? Be as precise and vivid as possible. Number 3 is numbers. So you want to write down as many numbers as possible. When what we talked at the beginning, describe seeing them on your bank account, on your social media accounts, and be very, very specific. Lastly, feelings. Since your brain is actually living and writing down that moment, you have to focus on those feelings, that your body records it as an emotional memory. This is extremely important, and if you don't do this, nothing will work. So everything that we've described before, how does it make you feel? What do you feel in your body? Do you have butterflies here? Sensation of lightness in your head? Write everything down. Step 2, action plan. So for this one, you wrote the architect page here. Now we're gonna flip it and go to the first page on the left. This is the action plan page. On the left side of the page, write down 3 action steps that you will accomplish today. These are the highest leverage actions that a person with that identity executes today. Please don't make this unachievable. This is something we need to make sure that we complete every single day. And I'll explain why in a second. Step 3, close the journal, close your eyes. This is the time to lock in these emotions deeper. So go back to what you wrote on the architect page. Reread it once or twice if you need it, then sit and close your eyes. Take 5 to 15 minutes living this day in your head as vividly as possible. And once again, focus on the feelings. Step 4 is the idea page. So we're heading back to the end of the book, or the journal. Usually once you get out of that state, you're gonna have a lot of ideas that come because you will be in the state of your future self, how he thinks, how he acts. It's a person that already has all these things. So this means that you will come up with different novel ideas that this person will have, future you, but you have these ideas and these thoughts today. And so write these down immediately so you don't forget them. And it might be that you won't use them today, but you will at some point. Step 5 is the evidence page. So on this page, we're going back to the beginning, the front-facing side, on the left side of the architect page. Sorry, on the right side of that page. This is where you're going to stack evidence throughout the day. And maybe it's something like you get a random call from an ex-employer that wants to see if you're available. Maybe you get one special comment on a video that tells you how impactful the video was and suggests your next topic. Anything that seems out of the ordinary, write it down as it happens. It helps you cement the belief that things are changing. So collect them, and then at night before going to bed, review them. This is how we kill linear time. And do you notice how we didn't do it by waiting? We are doing it by designing and architecting. Now, I have to warn you about something. The moment things start working faster than you thought was possible, you are going to feel guilty. Like, I didn't earn it, or it was too easy. And that guilt is nothing more but the ghost of linear time. The system conditioning you to believe that things must take time and years of pain. If you let this ghost run the show, you'll sabotage yourself back into the slow lane. Guilt in this context isn't proof that you're wrong. It's proof that you're leaving the timeline everyone else is stuck in. It's a signal you have broken free, but it's gonna feel uncomfortable. When you collapse time, it feels unnatural because it is. You're no longer crawling through life the way you were programmed. You are architecting your own time. So remember, you were born once without a choice. That version of you was built by default: parents, school, culture, trauma. The death of you is about killing that version and architecting the one you actually choose.